And there we go. Welcome everyone to another episode of, and let me arrange this a little differently because we um, can't see everything. Not used to launching with all four of us already here. But anyway, welcome everyone to another OSR tabletop with myself, and I am joined by Paul and Tim and Adam. So good to see everyone. I already see that there are some people in chat, so I'm going to open this up and I'm back. Well, welcome back, Aman Mostan. Aman and Mostan. Well, welcome. Good to have you here. And gentlemen, I'll let you all say hello and everything since no one's names are showing right now because there's too many of us on the screen.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, now everyone's names are showing.
There it goes.
Right? Hey. There it goes. Ta-da! The names are showing. Well, good to see everyone. I'll go from the time that you came in. So, Timmy, why don't you jump in, introduce yourself, and then we'll move on to Paul and then Adam.
Oh, yeah. Most people who probably watching right now either know me from James's stream or don't know me at all because that's the only thing I do.
And that's DM James. So DM James is a frequent passerby through here as well. And he does a lot of, I'm going to call it philanthropy because he drops a lot of super chats down too. Although mostly in Russian, which is always interesting. So I don't have Bear here to do the translation on the spot.
We'll
Paul, why don't you introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, I'm Paul. Recently started a YouTube channel. I only have my top 10 list right now, but I'm working on a second video. I'm usually here Sundays, but yeah, I hop around here. I comment a bunch on Roger's channel, the Central New York guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm all over the place.
This Sunday I'm not sure if I'm gonna, even bother this Sunday, it being Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be going on. I was looking to have Joseph Block come on during the weekend because he has a Kickstarter out, and I always like to bring the people on to promote their Kickstarters, especially ones that I backed as well. And he wasn't sure if that's going to happen. So I doubt that it's going to happen this weekend. But hopefully Monday, Tuesday. Oh, well, not Tuesday. That's our game night. Monday it'll be on. And I'll check it out and see. Or maybe Saturday. Sure. Who knows? Yeah. Let's see. Hey, how's it going? Yes, we're going to be talking about Deadlands and maybe doing some session 0. If Doc shows up, then I have all 4 of you, and that'll be awesome. Be the 4 horsemen of the post-apocalypse, I guess, or the post, world gone to shit kind of thing. That is the weird frontier and weird west of Savage Worlds Deadlands. So I'm really excited about running this game for the first time. I've only played in Savage Worlds game settings and everything, so I've been a player a number of times at conventions and everything. So this is going to be my first stab at running it, and that's why I'm glad to have a group of players that I'm familiar with, plus 2 individuals that I've never played with before. So Timmy and Doc, it's Doc Flamingo, another YouTuber out there, and he's waiting on him, and never played with him before, so that's going to be pretty cool. And we'll see, group of 4 people, and this is my first time doing a live stream of a kind of a quasi session 0. I think we're just going to mostly talk about the game system, maybe get some ideas about what kind of characters you're looking to play, and then we'll go forward from there. But I'm going to continue checking the chat and saying hello to people. Hey, RPG Dad, how's it going? Shadow and Son, hey Shadow, how's it going?
Hey, Shadow.
See you in
Yo,
there.
Shadow.
Let's see, we have Bruxless. Killing chickens. Yeah, so we'll be killing quite a bit, I think, and in Deadlands. It'll be a lot of fun. Bang calls everywhere today. Oh, you've been.
Yeah, Bear had I don't know what we were talking about. It was all over the place, but yeah, Bear had a stream.
Bear was on so early this morning. I was like, seriously, it's like I can't have coffee with Bear before I've had a cup of coffee yet. So it was like,
right.
He was on super early today, like probably like 7, 7:30.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, not on my day off. I sleep in, man. It was well past.
Yeah, this was actually supposed to be my day off, and then it was like 3:15, and my secretary calls me and says, because she doesn't go into the office on Thursdays, and she was like, are you at the office? I was like, no. I says, I'm not supposed to be at the office today. And she was like, yeah, you have appointments. You're supposed to be at the office today. I was like, I had no idea I was supposed to be in the office today. So I was like, all right, let's try to work this out. So I did one Zoom call and everything. And I was like, yeah, so today was supposed to be my day off, but I did a lot today anyway. I did a lot of work. So not just work, but I did a lot of work around the house and everything. I was like, tomorrow I got to schlep into Manhattan for a meeting. So that's always, a joy, to drive 3 hours for an hour and a half meeting, to pay about $70 and travel and, gas tolls and parking, and then to leave and be like, all right, so I made $100 overall for 4.5 hours of my time, and
yeah, my brother did it right. Like, he's downtown in Chicago, and he pretty much moved to a place that was within like 2 blocks of his work, and he doesn't even have a car. He just walks. And I was like,
that's like, it is what it is. I only have to do those meetings like once, once a month technically, but I've missed the first couple because they were just timed like on the wrong days and everything. I was like, I don't work on Saturdays. Sorry. I was like, and the other one was, I forget what the other one fell on. It fell on something. I just couldn't do it.
Gotcha.
We're supposed to do like 6 meetings a year, and I've done like 3. I'll end up doing like 3, maybe 4. So I think I've missed as many as I can without getting into it. But if it snows, like significantly snows, then obviously I'm not going.
No.
But I've tried to let my wife sleep in today, but she got called in to substitute teach today. That's something my daughter's doing right now. So she's going to school to become a high school teacher, earth science teacher. But she gets called in for subbing all the time. It's like, she's not even done with college yet, but they call her almost. She could work every day if she wanted to. But anyway, so let's get to Adam. So Adam, why don't you introduce yourself? And
all right. I'm Adam. I do not have a YouTube channel. I've been role playing for probably the last 35 years. I'd say about 25 of those I was a forever GM. Last 10 years, more people I know have been running games, and I've been spending more time as a player. But it's funny, as much time as I've spent playing role-playing games, I just haven't spent much of that time as a player. So I'm still, I feel like I'm still developing those skills. Even though you can ask me to run a game with an hour's notice and I'm good to go. But as a player, I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. It's like I just don't get the chance to play as often. And I was looking to, other than at conventions, and I'll try to squeeze in a game or two where I'm playing, very specific games. But yeah, for the most part, I'm like the forever GM. It's like you know, even when I look to play in a game and then they just don't come through, and it's like, I might as well just run this thing.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's what I was. That's what I
yeah,
was
I'm
getting
sorry.
at Tuesday night. Is what people talk about what it takes to be a GM, and I feel like what all GMs have in common is that they organize people more than anything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, my Tuesday nights have been, the one go-to night that, just happens. I've never had a problem with, filling a table full. And that's going on now for a little over 4 years at this point that, my Tuesday nights are locked in. Paul knows, but Paul and I have been talking about like our Thursdays have been like freaking flip a coin, see how long this thing is going to last, 1 week or 2 weeks. And it's been tough, but now I play in alternating games, and this is scheduled to be an alternating Thursday night game. On the one Thursday night, I'm playing in Shadow and Sons, um, uh, Barrows and Borderlands campaign. We're going to be going into our third session. I think is it is it next week? No, it's not next week. I hope that's not supposed to be tonight. I don't
Like,
recall.
Shadow's in the chat. I'd figure he would be like, "Hey, we should be playing. What are we doing?"
Yeah, hopefully. I think it's next week. All right. I'm hoping it's next week that we're playing. Yeah, I think it is. Let me look at my calendar. Yes. So this game that we're talking about is not supposed to start until the 19th. So we got 2 weeks left, to continue planning and everything. So yeah, but Adam plays in my Tuesday night game. Paul has played in some of my defunct Thursday night game, Thursday morning, Thursday night, one of my Saturdays, right? So Saturdays. Now Saturday, I am going to be running. Eventually, I'm going to be running. Let's see. I am going to be running OSE, an all dwarven campaign. That's going to be Saturdays. Originally, that was going to be alternating, but now that game that I was going to be a player in has kind of been postponed until possibly the summertime, and so that might shift to weekly, but I'll see. Let me get past I'll keep it as bi-weekly, and I don't know when that's going to start. Probably near the end of the month. I'll start that one off in March. And see, once I get a few more players in, I want to have that as a full group of 7 players, one for each character class, all dwarves. So that should be a lot of fun. Set in the world of Greyhawk. Say again?
I thought about joining it.
Yeah, it's going to be Thursday nights. It's going to, because Thursdays I typically don't work, so I can start it a little bit earlier. So I can do Thursday nights at like 7:30 and run it from like 7:30 to 10. Say again?
The all dwarf game. I thought it was on Saturdays.
No. The dwarf game is Saturdays. Yes, and that could be 7:30 as well. No, I'm thinking this one here is going to be
okay.
Savage Worlds is going to be Thursdays at 7:30.
Gotcha. I was a little confused too because you said Thursday and I was like, all right, now I don't know.
Yeah, I
what
just
we're
got
playing.
flipped. That's what happens when you're planning like 3 different campaigns at the same time, and they're all kind of starting around the same time.
Well, that was because we were trying to jump in on that one guy's OSC game, and then he's like, "Well, half the players are ghosting me, so I'm going to put this on the back burner for now." And I was like, and I just had somebody else come and be like, "Hey, I'm running one of these games that's in your top 10. You want to jump in?" And I was like, "Well, it's on Saturday. I'm waiting for the OSC game." So then that's why I checked back, and then I'm back with this guy, and now you're running something on Saturday. So it's like, everybody's running stuff on Saturday. We'll see if we can turn Thursday around, hopefully.
Yeah. So, Shadow just said, yes, it is next week.
There you go.
So, yes.
Dwarf games are
about the
fun, man.
dwarf
It's a
game,
nice,
too.
nice
Yeah.
I
big
know.
team game.
Hey,
If it
you
wasn't
guys
for me
are.
worried about my Saturday games going over Bloodsworth, I'd be joining that.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun too. So yeah, so 2026 is the year for me where I'm running 3 different game systems that I haven't run before, right? So I am running Dragon Slayer on Tuesdays. Really enjoying that. Really enjoying that system, and I like the way that group is coming together and starting to move along. I just did their first carousal check on Tuesday night, and most of them failed. So they will. I will be leaking them out information probably over. And it turned around. Somebody dropped out and popped back in again.
Yeah, you
Um,
did.
Yeah,
Did
you
I?
did.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You cut out for a second, and I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
what
That
happened?"
that was I was like, wait, what happened there? All of a sudden, it just like, and so at least it doesn't like cut it off and lose totally.
Yeah.
Now somebody else dropped.
We lost
All right,
Tim,
so
and then here
Timmy
we
is
go.
asking to rejoin. So,
Oh, boy.
There we
That
go.
Yeah.
Restream's being a little.
it might be weird. It might be a weird
Restream is
night.
doing its thing.
So
yeah.
anyway, so I am going to be talking about Savage Worlds, and I'm using the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. All right, so this is the newest edition of Savage Worlds, and what I really like about this is I guess they call it the dice pool system, where every one of your attributes has a different die attached to it, and then you'll have skills that have a different die attached to it as well, and then you're rolling 2 different types of die, usually, to get to a target number. And I really like that system. It's the same system that's used in that Free League uses for Blade Runner. And yeah, I just like it. I like having that kind of a system where you can see player characters really do have a differentiation between not just the type of die that goes with their attributes, but also their skills will have a different one. So I like that, that dynamic. This is a great system. If you've never played this before, this is a great system in convention play. A lot of fun to play this in conventions, and it's the core is a universal system, so universal setting. You can put it in anything, and the Deadlands. All right, so this is the second edition of the Deadlands, and this utilizes a different system than the original Deadlands. The first edition of Deadlands. This is more using Suede, as they call it, so the Savage Worlds Adventure edition, and this is just going to add new archetypes and also just some additional features and stuff like that. So really excited about utilizing this. I got the whole box set. When it was either in a Kickstarter or whether it was either Kickstarter or backer kit, I forget which one it was. But I picked that up, and it's a really nice set. It comes with all kinds of cards and chips and all kinds of stuff. So pretty cool. Now, online, it's going to be kind of interesting to see. I think that on the character sheet, some of that is built in, and I'm going to double check and we'll work on that as well. So, so really looking forward to that. Now, let's see, what else did I want to talk a little bit about, and I'll double check chat to see if anybody has anything else. So, which is better? Savage Worlds 1E or 2E? I had the 1E and I didn't use it. I hadn't used it yet. So I've only played in the 2E, and I think that 2E is probably better. Um, I mean, there's nothing in there that I'm looking at and I can say, oh, I think they could have done this differently, or I've never done a side by side comparison. To be honest with you, I would just go with second edition, or the adventure edition over the deluxe advanced. I think that's what the old one was called. Um, so I would go with the second edition. And as far as Deadlands is concerned, two totally different dice systems, right? So I would probably still lean towards the Savage Worlds edition of Deadlands over the original.
Yeah, the original Deadlands was more of a dice pool. You had a whole pile of them, whereas like Savage
Yeah.
Worlds is like a dice pair because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's like you might have different dice, but it's just a different system. I mean, you're still using a target number either way, So, but I do like the way that it works, and I think you have a little bit more flexibility in, it's like, well, my attribute will give me a D10. That's a pretty high, attribute, and then your skill might be a D4 because you just learned that skill, so it's a fairly new skill that and you still need to roll and hit like a 12, let's say, on average.
Yeah,
And
the
so
first
ahead.
Deadlands had a lot of flavor, but it got tightened up in the more recent ones. And I think it's an improvement overall.
Yeah. I think that it's overall, and then presentation wise and everything, it's just phenomenal stuff. So they do a really, really good job at presenting their products, and Deadlands gets a lot of play. If you go to a convention, you'll see games scheduled for either Savage Worlds or Deadlands, specifically. And Savage Worlds is a very popular game system at conventions. That was the first time I ever played it, was at a convention. So it's a the other comparison between Deadlands and the other one is Weird Frontiers, which is based on DCC. And Weird Frontiers is a hell of a lot of fun to play, but I've run it as well. But in running it, you really do have to trim that thing down because that system is a monster. It has so many different components, from cards to, from cards that you have to use. This has like card decks and all those kinds of things too, but you don't have to use them all. When I ran Weird Frontiers, it was like I had to limit what character classes the players could use for what I thought would be most practical to use in a 3 to 4 hour game session. That was a one shot. It's like, you can't have you running around with like, crazy magic and everything like that. That the person's going to want to flip through the book to see, which spell do I actually want to cast here? And then you have to look at the sub charts to see, well, they critically failed, and so what's the wild magic aspect of that? With Weird Frontiers, every time you fire a gun, you got to pull a card from a poker deck to see what the other conditions are created by. Is more complicated thing. Wow. Yeah, internet is kind of crazy today, I guess. Well, hopefully we can get through this thing. Might have to cut it short if it keeps on rotating us around. But anyway,
it'll be interesting to play this in a campaign style because Savage Worlds, it's all over conventions. I've played it plenty. I never I guess tried out any of the advancements, so I'm not sure how it'll work. Kind of expanding your character, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, that'll be a lot of fun because I'm in a similar situation, right? I've only played it in convention, at conventions, and just one shots, and characters do die pretty quickly in it as well. So that should be a lot of fun, and You know,
It really is. It's like the current like generation's GURPS. It seems like, because a lot of the games
Yeah.
I see that are run under Savage Worlds, it's anything. They'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
running a whatever, like a Buck Rogers game. They're just like,
Yeah.
let's just use Savage Worlds.
Savage Worlds was our most frequently played game for the 2010s, basically for those 10
Yeah.
years.
Oh wow.
We played everything. We played all kinds of stuff, like Slipstream. That's one of their things. We had a blast with that, and we played a lot of medieval stuff. But it's great because when we played it, we actually did play the older edition. You just buy that, just with that one book, you can make just about any setting you want to make.
Yeah.
And they're not even expensive books. So that was a really popular system for us for a long time. I think for the most part it's really good for heroic sort of games. I don't think it works as well for something like horror, because your characters tend to be butt kickers. But
Right.
in something like Deadlands, it's actually more lethal because you're not walking around in suits of armor.
Yeah.
Armor is pretty effective in Savage Worlds.
Yeah. So and they do have expansions. They do have a horror though, you know. So they do have a horror
They do.
expansion, and they have.
But I'd just as soon play Call
They
of
have horror.
Cthulhu.
They have sci-fi. They have Deadlands, obviously, and then they have they have the they have a supers expansion. All right, so one specifically for superheroes, and
we ran a lot of supers too.
And do they have a fantasy expansion? They probably do.
They do.
Yeah,
They do
have a fantasy, and then it all works off of this core book. You know, so if you have this core book and then any of those expansions, you'll be fine. So I'm really looking forward to this because I'm a big Robert E. Howard fan. And so his weird Westerns just translate so well with either this system, or I did it also with Weird Frontiers as well. But I think it'll work better with this one. Because this system is also a little bit simpler than that as well. But I'm really looking forward to having that, trying to catch that kind of flavor of Robert E. Howard kind of story, going forward through it, and his short stories. I will try to translate some of those into not necessarily your campaign, although if that's the way it goes, that they might find their way into there as well. Once I find out like what you guys are really looking to do, if you want to be bounty hunters, we'll certainly go with that. Let me make sure.
I ran a classic Deadlands campaign years and years ago in college, and I think my players, if I were to take a vote, would probably agree that's probably their favorite campaign we ever played. They just love the set.
Yeah.
It's got something.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first time for this.
I'm looking forward to running it, and like if you guys decide that you want to be bounty hunters, then I think that would give me the most flexibility to run sessions very episodically. So it's like, all right, you have a bounty, and I can make this bounty as unique and weird and and crazy, that will last a good 2.5 hour session, and then the next time we come together 2 weeks later, it could be something completely. They don't have to be connected together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really hoping to accomplish here with this, is that it will be truly episodic, and that it's not like a campaign that is tied to stringing a story going forward. It's more of a campaign where your characters and the setting is the story going forward, and what they're actually doing, their adventures, could be disconnected in a way. So I think that will be a really cool difference, difference for me.
Well, the good thing about running the game for a bunch of people who are frequent DMs is they don't show up to the session and say things like, "My character wouldn't be interested in this adventure."
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Yeah.
They've heard it. They've heard it too many times.
yeah. That's a great ideal. Yeah, yeah. It's a yeah. I'd like to keep it where it's we don't have to worry about the campaign in that sense, because there's different types of campaigns, right? You have a campaign that's just a group of player characters that becomes a campaign in it and of itself, right? Same group of characters adventuring together. Then you have a campaign could be based on the world setting that they're in and the timeline that they're following through. Campaigns can be tied to a series of adventures that are connected in some way, and then campaigns can be something that kind of combines all of that together in a very, very long, multi-year kind of thing going on. So we'll see. We'll see what this one, turns out, and how it becomes, how it takes root all on its own.
Sherlock Holmes was never part of a campaign, and he was pretty popular. So.
Yeah. None of his stories ever, never really connected with one another, or very few did. I mean, the Moriarty used to, his arch nemesis used to come in through several different stories, and I think some of those stories end up being connected through that thread. But for the most part, I'll never forget the first Sherlock Holmes story I ever solved before reading more than half the short story was the Blue Carbuncle. I figured that one out before it had, and I was like a teenager when I did that. I figured that one out. I was like, I knew I got it right. I knew exactly how, who did it, how they did it, and everything when it came to the end.
They don't always let you do that. Some of the ones I remember reading, one of his clues was I recognized that type of bike tire, and I thought that's not fair, Sherlock.
Yeah,
that's a bit much.
I remember the Hound of the Baskervilles was an interesting one because he knew how long the guy was standing there based on the number of ashes dropped from a cigar. And he was I could tell he was there for 30 minutes before he got attacked because there were three droppings of cigar.
When you were saying that, I was thinking, didn't I watch a movie about the Hounds of Baskerville?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's shocking how memorable some of those are because, like I said, I read those books back when I was a teenager. So I'm going back,
you never forget
45 years, and I still remember, some of the elements of those stories. That
I think I found like a DVD of it one time.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I remember reading The Speckled Band in grade school. I feel like I
remember that one too. Yeah, the Adventure of the Speckled Band. That was the one with the snake.
Yeah.
The Blue Carbuncle was the goose swallowed the gemstone, and obviously the Hound of the Baskervilles was, they were releasing the hounds on people. I forget. I'm not thinking of any of the other ones that are jumping out at me, but those three I certainly remember. A good portion of them, considering I haven't read them in 45 years. And the Sherlock Holmes movies don't come on as much as they used to. And it's like the Basil Rathbone Sherlock Holmes was the one that I enjoyed the most. So anyway, I will go back through again. So Timmy, I think do you prefer Timmy or Tim, or doesn't matter?
You could just use Tim if you want.
All right.
Everything's fine though.
So I know that you were going towards. You're going to go towards a hex slinger, right? Or you're not sure yet?
Not sure exactly. I'm not sure if I want the whole supernatural thing. I'm more thinking just being like a regular gunslinger.
All
If
right,
that's possible.
that's a yeah, because I know I mean hex slingers are pretty cool, but they're rifle based. And I remember you saying that you wanted like the two six shooters,
Yep.
and that would be a gunslinger. Obviously, I think a huckster. Huckster's weapons are well. That's a derringer. The harrowed. Remember, I mentioned.
Yeah, you
Maybe
said
you
something about
consider
the
a
arrow.
harrowed. Um,
But again, I'm not sure if I want to go the whole undead route because that's what it seems like it is.
Yeah, there's which I don't get the sense that it really matters that much if your character is undead or not. Hey, Coco, um, the Jonah Hexslinger.
If it's like in the older versions, a Herod can pass for a living person as long as the only thing that would give them away is their the wound that killed them is still there. But
Yeah,
if they can hide that somehow, people don't know the difference.
yeah. It says here. So let's see. You came back from the grave thanks to the Matino that wrangles inside your mind and body. This grants you access to harrowed edges, increases toughness. So like you're semi dead, um, or you're not dead, but you've been brought back to life. Yeah, it doesn't say like you're undead.
Hmm.
You regenerate quickly as long as you eat 1 pound of meat. You may naturally you make a natural healing roll each day. 11 pounds. Wait, is that 11 pounds or 1 pound? 1 pound of meat. No, 1 pound. And supernatural attribute, agility. Your sluggish reflexes cost you your life, but that's been rectified in death. All right, so you are undead. All right, so they didn't get to that until like that one sentence that made it clear. All right. Anyway, yeah, some interesting character classes and everything like that. You guys are free to play whatever will work best with your character concept. So, what is a Jonah Hexslinger? What is that from? Because I think Coco is the second person that brought that up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm guessing that's what a popular build for him would be as a Hexlinger, but I'm
Yeah, but
thinking
what's the Jonah part? That's what I don't. Is that a specific character?
Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Jonah Hex. He's a comic book character,
Oh, okay.
mainly a pulp. What was it? Western kind of character before the superhero boom. Then they tried to make him into a superhero, and that didn't work well.
See, yeah, because I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, old time Western.
Yeah. Then they tried to send him to the future, and that didn't work out well. So they just sent him back
Yeah.
and just did a whole bunch of weird stuff with them.
At least they didn't make him join the Avengers like Conan. That was, yeah.
Well, he's
Don't do
DC,
that.
so he'd be in Justice League.
Which I don't know how that would work.
See, so I'm gonna have to watch this. I can see. So Jonah Hex, Western action.
Oh, they
There's
did
a
have a
movie,
movie, yeah, with Josh
Yeah.
Brolin, I think.
Don't know if that was any good.
Yeah.
Well,
I
none of these
remember-
things are usually
Yeah.
any good, but they're entertaining. Where good and entertaining. It's got a pretty good cast.
I think the animated one was a little bit better.
Josh
He was-
Brolin, Megan Fox, who is a horrible actress. but-
She's bad, yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy Hayward, I've seen him before. John Malkovich is in it. Michael Fassbender, he's a pretty decent actor. And Will Arnett. I guess he's one of the Arnetts.
Actually, my favorite Jonah Hex had to be the Batman, the animated series version. If you go with animation at all.
Right.
He show up in
Um,
that, or was it Justice League Unlimited or something like that? He was in.
He
one of the
also was.
cartoons,
He was also
definitely.
in Justice League Unlimited. But one of the
Okay.
Batman episodes actually dealt with like Jonah Hex fighting
yeah.
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was not much of a DC person anyway.
Yeah, it
So,
was just one of the DC comics. He was like a Confederate soldier, and then after
Yeah.
the war, I think he
He joined an Indian tribe.
was
and
part
then
of the
got
Apache
exiled.
or something like that, and that's what
Yeah.
happened with his face. Yeah.
yes, he was part of the Five Warriors from Forever. Interesting.
Yep.
I'll have to
Amazing.
check out that movie. I have to see if it's on one of my streaming, and then I'll see. Maybe I'll put me in a good mood for Deadlands too. So,
Maybe.
is there any other movies that would fit in weird Western?
Yeah. Now, content warning. This is one of the goriest movies you'll ever see. But Bone Tomahawk,
Yeah.
definitely a Deadlands movie.
Yeah.
I would also throw in High Plains Drifter with Clint
Oh yeah,
Eastwood.
but
You might
that's
not realize it till the twist, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a
yeah, he's a
Deadlands,
ghost.
so,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a Herod, basically.
If you want a good reference for Mad Scientist, Back to the Future Part 3.
Yeah.
That's basically
a
Dr. Brown.
comprehensive list of westerns with horror.
The people who made this game, I remember reading about. They were also big Wild Wild West fans. That's where they're getting a lot of that steampunky, gadget, mad scientist stuff.
Why do they have Pale? Well, no, is it Pale Rider? Is the Pale?
High Plains Drifters.
Pale Rider. He's just like a priest.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar.
Yeah,
with
like he's like a preacher and everything.
High Plains Drifter a few times.
But well, Kung Fu is the TV series. Well, I just bought that DVD a while ago. The whole series. I love that series. But yeah, they have a lot of movies that would fall under that category.
I would throw. There was a movie in the early 2000s called Ravenous that I might throw in there. It's about cannibal. It's about a guy who's a cannibal.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's plenty of source material to check things out. Let's see what else everyone is seeing here.
Oh, Briscoe County Jr. Yeah. I think that was on Fox, which is why it only lasted one season.
That was a great show, though. I wish it had stuck around.
Just like every Fox show, that's like one season. Yeah, you're like, oh, whatever happened to that? It was so good. And it's like, well, the producers were not impressed.
Pale Rider, he wasn't. Pale Rider isn't the one. He's not dead in Pale Rider.
No, it's High Plains.
It's High Plains Drifter.
You'd think
for
it's
sure.
Pale Rider, but it's High Plains Drifter.
Yeah, Pale Rider is the one when he's a priest, right?
I don't know that one.
I'm pretty sure that's the one where he plays a priest and he's a preacher, and he's going out and they're doing the gold rush and everything. White Buffalo with Charles Bronson. Yeah.
It's not like a hard and fast supernatural movie unless you read into it. But I Once Upon a Time in the West in there. That's kind of has an eerie vibe to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, so there should be some pretty cool stuff out there, for us to tap into. So, Paul, what were you thinking of playing?
I was flipping through those books that Baird listed, and I saw they had one. I think it was called Ghost Answers, which is all just Native American characters. And I was like, that'd be kind of cool too, to just have a guy who's kind of in tune with the spirit world, kind of has a clue with what's going on instead of just.
Paul,
that was probably in one of the original, like in the first one, right? There's a medicine woman.
Yeah, there's an old. Yeah,
there's a warrior.
But if there's like a shaman or something like that, that'd be that.
That's the thing. I think it would be good, just tactically. I don't always like to think too tactically, but tactically, my experience playing multiple versions of this game when you come up against monsters and stuff, it is good to have other options than bullets.
Yeah.
So if somebody is something like that, that would be helpful.
Yeah,
that's
there
why-
are shamans in here. That's weird. I don't have a card for a shaman, or did I just miss that?
We had Medicine Woman. That's probably. Which
Yeah.
I'm guessing that would
Yeah, they
be
had
out
medicine
for it.
woman, but they don't have shaman in the cards. At least
That's
I
weird.
might have
And
missed it.
then
Yeah,
the-
that's weird.
In the book
That's
you had,
weird.
it did talk about shamans, so I didn't.
Oh yeah, no, the book has shamans in it. The card they have a they have a keymaster. So they have more. Yeah, they have a medicine woman. They have a territorial ranger. They have a warrior. Let's see if the warrior is mystic at all.
A lot of the Indian characters have mystical stuff. You don't have to be a full-on medicine
Right.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
You
that's
said
cool.
Keymaster. I immediately thought Vince Clortho from Ghostbusters. I was like, really?
Yeah, that's what I was
And the
thinking of. I was
Keymaster.
thinking of
Yeah.
her playing
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
No, she's yeah, so like Oriental woman with a fan, code of honor, outsider, poverty,
Rick Moranis, the key master.
arcane background. The keymaster, your mentor taught you how to harness your internal energies. You use focus to activate your mystic powers. Uncanny dodge, feint, martial artists. They're geared, they just use their fists. Strength plus D4. Cloaks, silk fan, satchel at $150. Powers, boost or lower trait, deflection, smite. Power points 15. Backlash is fatigue. All active powers terminate. Focus is D8. Feint, athletics D8, and stealth D8. So everything in D8, her advances, all D8. Agility is D8, smarts is D6, spirit is D6, strength is D6, and vigor is D6. Base parry toughness, 665. Athletics D8. Yeah, so when you're combining these things up, that's what I like about this system. It's like, it's like you get such a variation between just by the combo of just being different, right? So it's like that's what I'm most anticipating with this system is just watching how those die rolls come out with each other. Rick Moranis Keymaster, yeah. Hey, how's it going, Stephen? Good to see you. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Now, I'm going to have you guys start off in a particular place, a location, and then whether or not I use that same adventure or not is a different. Will be different most likely, but I'll probably use that starting location as your hub. So I'm going to have you start off in Sundown, which is a town in the Wyoming territory. Now I can also move that to any territory we wish to as well. So I'll probably have you start off there and have you guys figure out what your little group of, potentially four players. I hope it stays around that too. I mean, we could go with 3, but hopefully if Doc is in, and we'll have the 4 of you. I think one of you is not in the game yet, right? Let's see. I have Adam, Paul, and Timothy on the Roll20, so I need Doc to join the Roll20. Or if you guys know anybody, if Doc isn't going to make it, if you guys know anybody that wants to join in, then we can certainly do that as well.
I'll look around.
So, Adam, I figured out, actually, we were just talking and I slipped my mind already. So, let's see if so Paul, you were going to go with what kind of character again? Let me get the cards ready. Adam, you said gunslinger, right?
I changed my mind. I'm happy to pivot if necessary, but right now I have a trapper named Sylvain Cloutier, who has come to the West looking for some opportunity now that the fur trade is drying up in Canada.
All right. And so what's Trapper falling under? What's Trapper fall under? What character class?
I suppose it falls. I mean, there's not really classes, but I'd put it under like a frontiersman, explorer.
All right, an explorer. All right, so that I have. So a explorer.
He's sort of a mountain man type.
Yeah, I got it. I got explorer, and we had a gunslinger, and potentially a warrior or shaman, right?
Shaman.
Well, it was a shaman, right? You're going to go with a
like
shaman.
that.
Yeah, I can't understand why I don't have a card. Why they don't have the shaman card. All right, but I'll remember that.
We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and put it together piece by piece.
Well, no, it's detailed. It'll be detailed in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So shaman is on page 71. So let's go to page 71. And so here we go. And I will come back over to here and let's share. And let's see if it's, yep, it's that one there. So this is the shaman. So arcane background, shaman requirements, novice spirit D8 plus, faith D4. Arcane skill is a faith spirit. Starting powers 2, starting power points 15, available powers. You can do miracles, backlash. A critical failure on the faith roll causes the shaman a level of fatigue, and all currently active powers are terminated. Old ways. They represented here are based on the Sioux Plains Indians as described in the world of Deadlands. They don't have to take the old ways oath, page 16, but most do. All right. Playing a shaman, I like that. They kind of give you ideas of how to play that particular class. Nature spirits and shaman edges. So you have trappings, you have fetish, spirits favor, and that's it. So pretty cool. Sounds cool. Territorial Rangers. Ranger promotion, like an oak, veteran, grit, territorial rangers.
It's true, Daryl. I think it's just D&D that I hate magic users. It could just be that. It's going to turn out I'll play this and it'll have Fancy and magic, and I'm going to be like, I jump off a mountain. I'm done.
No, I don't think it does have Fancy and
No,
magic.
I don't think so.
The guy who doesn't want to play magic users is going to be a magic user in this game too. No, it's a. Let me stop sharing. It's I mean, Shadow doesn't like playing. Shadow and Son doesn't like playing magic users either. I mean, he despises playing magic users.
He sees him as too weak.
Huh?
He sees him as too weak. It's like, oh, what? D4 dice? What is it for health? What is this?
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
likes playing thieves and thieves or assassins and everything, and they don't have the greatest of hit die, and they
No.
don't hit for shit, and you know, he's grumping that they don't hit for anything unless you're getting the backstab, you know, and it's like, you know, situationally, those are very. It's like I like playing thieves too, right?
I like
And
it. Yeah.
it's very rare for me to utilize backstabs. You know, it's just so,
Yeah, I
you know,
tended
so
not to
many of the
fight.
combats are just like in your face right away.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're in the wilderness, it's really hard to situate yourself, you know, when you're dungeon crawling or whatever, to get it back.
I was kind of more of like with my thief, I was kind of more just like a secondary archer, but with
Yeah.
like thief skills.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's usually what they end up being is, you know, they end up hanging out in the back and shooting in there or slinging a stone in there. And then given the opportunity, then they come up and they'll scout ahead, or they'll do this or that, and, you know, rely on their melee.
It's a
weapons,
class
but
it's a class that's dependent on how your dungeon master feels about how often
Yeah.
you should be backstage.
you know, yeah, it's like you have to, as a DM, you have to kind of cater to them and give them those opportunities, you know, and then you have to make it clear,
I
you
don't
know,
know. I
you know,
thought
you have to make it clear when they're doing it. You know, like when they have the opportunity, you almost have to tell them, hey, look, there's a shadow over here. You know, there's shadows along this wall, and almost convince them, you know, that, oh, this is the way to go. You know, it's hard. It's a
I don't
hard
know.
class to play.
I think it is a harder class to play, but I think it's actually really good when you do play it because
Yeah.
it's more the DM doesn't have to get you to do things, but you should always remember to do what you need, like finding
Yeah.
traps, picking locks.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go into it. Your happiness can't depend on how often you backstab.
Yeah.
They need you to deal with traps and deal with
you are
locks.
more of a support.
That's what you're there
character.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like in 5e where it's just every class is just a different kind of fighting style.
Yeah.
You have to solve problems.
Look, as a cleric, I better be able to hit myself with bull strength and make all the other fighters just worthless, you know?
Well, clerics do that
One-shot
anyway
things.
without bull strength. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a, you know, that's why I like, you know, when I play different classes, you know,
Heck, I mean,
I always look to see like how, like, I always play my characters very bold anyway, regardless of what their class is. I mean, I've played magic users, like first, second level magic users, like frontline fighters, because it was just in their personality to do so. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, oh no, I'll rush up there, and then once my spells are used up, I'm going to be useful in some way. You know, I'm not going to hide in the back, you know,
start
hide in the
pummeling
corner and
people
not
with
do
like
anything.
a staff.
Yeah, no, I attack with the staff when I'm, you know, when I'm playing a magic user roll out of my spells. I mean, that's what I've always done, and my thieves are always like, you'd be confused. He's a thief, but he's a frontline fighter. He's always like right up there in the front, and, you know, dual weapon wielding or whatever, you know, just trying to, you know, dish out as much damage as he can. You know, I almost never play characters that are just going to, you know, hide in the back. You know?
Passively attacking them.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's definitely a tough class. And as I dig through some of these, like once I get a good sense of like what you guys are looking to play, then I will, I'll start thinking about like, how is this going to work out? You know, how will that character function in these, you know, various, you know, potential scenes that are taking place. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. looking forward to see how you guys form up and everything. I have a really good idea that once all four of you have your characters like established and everything, then I want us to have a meeting where you guys can just talk about, hey, this is what my character can do. All right. So Paul will say, this is what my character can do. Timmy will say, this is what mine can do. Adam, this is what mine can do. Doc, will say, this is what my character can do. How can my character work with your character to create some kind of a synergy between our ability? And you go through the whole thing. That way, you guys will be that much more effective. Learn how your character actually works, and how you can play off of each other, kind of thing. So, it's almost like just teamwork right from the get-go. When you have different positions on a basketball team, let's say, and each one kind of knows what the other one can do and can't do, and the only way that they're an effective team is by knowing that and just working off of each other like that. So that's what I'm hoping the system will aid you guys in doing.
Did you want us typing up anything in Roll20, or are we holding off for like plugging in?
Oh, you can start. You can start if you want to start rolling up your characters and everything. Just take over a character that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you label it your character name, your class, and then your name. That way, I can see it, right from the get go. And then you can start rolling up your characters.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, I have the Roll20 up here. Let me open that up, and I'll just take a look at a character sheet that's not taken, and see what. Like I'll go on the first one here and see what they have here. Like, yeah, this sheet's going to work out cool. Like, this was a different sheet that I found than the original one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is for this system.
Yeah.
So I was good with that. Like,
because I was going to say
the Adventure Edition.
Yeah, the first one you posted was definitely the old one.
Yeah. This is the Adventure Edition. So, and this one here looks like you can do everything that you need to, as far as your, they have trappings, they have currency, they have advancements for experience points, they have your weapons that you can put in there, and everything will go into there. You can input your powers, you can have your notes. Under configuration, that's where I chose this one, right? So Deadlands Reloaded is what I have in here. All the skills are displayed. Let's see rolls. So success plus raises, rolls total, base rolls, templates, attacks, target. Let me see if I can do these. Style. Oh, no. I want success and raises. All right. Yes, I'm going to leave it that way. So the configuration, everything should stay the same. Character type, PC, 3 wounds with Joker dice. Yeah, shows trappings and shows logo, visual. I'm not sure what that means. It has trappings. Where was that now? So the other thing I like is it's a one-page sheet. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you just add your edges in and all that stuff. Yeah, you can just run with it, guys. And if you need anything, as far as resources and everything, I put the resources in Discord. So you have the, do you all have the core rulebook?
Yep.
I've got the 2012 Savage Worlds base set. I think that's about it.
Just need to open it.
secretary just texted me. All right. Let me just respond to her.
Most of the Western characters you've made have had the yellow major hindrance. So you hit all of your Western guys were cowards. That's funny. Well, I did like Stephen Lang's character in Tombstone, and he was an absolute coward. So,
Yeah. Yeah, he was a great character, actually.
yeah.
I like a lot of Clint Eastwood's characters.
Mm.
It's like, have you heard how much John Wayne hated Clint Eastwood?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's funny because on one of the sets, John Wayne was like doing this one thing where he was gonna fight somebody, and the director goes, "Hey, instead of actually going up front, why don't you try to shoot him in the back?" And he goes, "Why, I never do that."
Mhm.
And then the director's like, "Well, Clint Eastwood would." He's like, really bad after that.
Let me take this real quick, guys.
I felt that in my brain.
No kidding, that was loud. Oh yeah, but yeah, hearing Clint Eastwood would do that did not make John Wayne happy. Let me see here. I'm trying to figure out how do you figure out how many dice ups you can get?
Right.
You get 5 to start,
5. So
but you can get more later.
okay. So is that for just attributes and skills, or? Yeah.
Skill points, you get 12.
Okay, so 5 for attributes.
The first thing you want to do is pick hindrances. Well, the first thing I don't know. I kind of end up going in different order, but one of the first things you can do is pick your hindrances. You get 4 points of hindrances. A major counts for 2 points. A minor counts for 1. And then you can use those later to raise your attributes or take edges.
Okay, well, let me see here. Hindrances. Where are the hindrances in this book?
So for in the Deadlands book,
Yeah.
hindrances are going to be on.
I think I'm getting close to it, but there it is.
Oh, there it is. New hindrances are page 15.
Yeah, I found it.
And new edges are 17.
Okay, let me see.
So Alan is minor or major. Cursed. Grim Servant of Death is major. Heavy Sleeper is minor. Lion Eyes is minor. Night Terrors is major. Old Ways Oath is minor. Talisman is
You
minor
can
or
also pull
major.
them out of the Savage Worlds book.
What's that?
You can also take them out of the Savage
Oh
Worlds.
yeah,
book.
yeah. No, these are just the new ones added for this setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull from either.
There's way more in the Savage Worlds book.
Yeah. Trouble Magnet, minor or major. New Edges, Arcane background, Blessed, Arcane background, the Chi Master or Key Master. Arcane background, Huckster. Arcane background, Mad Scientist. Arcane background, Shaman. Gallows Humor. What's it like? What's his name? When it's like first time, right? When he's getting hung from Buster Scruggs.
Mm.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. That's a good one too. That's
Yeah, I
a good
like that one. That
Yeah.
one's
Yeah.
sort of a lighthearted thing, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Not all of the stories were good, but most of them were actually. Combat Edges. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So Doubting Thomas is always fun and Deadlands. The zombies are not real. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take Oath. That one would be a good entrance. Okay.
So let me.
Guessing that Mina as a Rattler and Oath are two minor ones. I'm definitely taking that.
All right.
I think I'd have to take Ugly as Sin also, because of my character's disfigurement. Edges.
All right. Let's see. Doubting Thomas. Yeah. So yeah. Once you guys have that, your character sheets. Let's see. So we got Paul. We have Jonah Hex, Gunslinger Tim.
I'll get it there in a second.
Who is Doc?
I think that's the character sheet you made for Doc Flamingo.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, but he wasn't logged in. I don't think I did that for. Oh, maybe I did. I don't know.
All the
who
logos
is-
were here before I popped in, so yeah.
So who is Anagru or nobody?
Not me.
Yeah,
No.
that looks like one of
Alright.
those random
So
generated
wait for
names.
some. Yeah, that was one of the randomly generated ones. So Adam, you can take over that one.
All right.
Take over the Anagru. And the other one will be a placeholder for Doc. Maybe he'll play a doctor. Okay. So at least they have some good maps.
there are some hindrances that I think are like one of the hindrances in the main book is curious, and I like it's almost a requirement to be a player character.
Yeah. The good thing about these books on the PDFs is that their table of contents is hyperlinked, so you can jump right to things really quickly. Yeah, they have like 4 pages of hindrances on in the core rules.
Mm.
Well, I guess I'm going to take tough as nails as one of my edges.
So minors are worth 1 and majors are worth 2. That's really the only difference.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
There used to be a difference where you had to do in the old editions you could only do a major and 2 minors, but in this one I noticed they don't care how you do it.
Hindrances are character flaws and physical handicaps that occasionally make life a little tougher for your heroes. Some hindrances have actual game effects, others more subjective role-playing hindrances. Let's see where they talk about.
I'm not sure which one's
That's in the core rule books. It's not saying how many you
the wrong
choose.
thing. Let me check.
Let me see if that's someplace else. Making ancestries. Well, that's something you have to do as well, correct? Or no, not for this. Everyone's human or
That's just a character sheet.
formerly human. So yeah, let's see what this one says specifically for hindrances. So making heroes. To a large degree, character is defined by his or her flaws or hindrances. You can take up to 4 points of hindrances. A major hindrance is worth 2, and a minor is worth 1. A hero could thus take 2 major hindrances, 4 minors, or a combination that adds up to 4. All right, so there's the answer.
I'm not sure if I chose that right then. I need to figure this out now.
Next, assign your attributes. The character begins with 3 D4s in each of his 5. You have 5 points to distribute amongst those attributes. Raising any attribute by a die costs 1 point, and you may not raise an attribute score above a D12. All right. You may spend 2 hindrance points to raise 1 attribute by 1 die type.
Okay.
So you can take 2 of your 4 hindrances to increase the die type.
You guys should know while you're filling these sheets out in here that this looks like it's a version. In the newer version, stuff like climbing, swimming, all that stuff is folded into an athletic skill that you'll have to add to the sheet.
Okay. Yeah, that's helpful too to know where the sheet, because there isn't a specific one for character sheet for Suede. You know,
Yeah, I had
Deadlands Suede.
Yeah, I had to add a few. I had to add.
That's almost every single game on
athletic.
Roll20.
Yeah.
I have yet to find a game that was like, well, maybe like AD&D first edition, you didn't have to add anything. like some of the older editions of D&D, you didn't have to do anything, but almost everything else, you got to add stuff in there.
I had to add athletics, common knowledge, and stealth, which you get for free at D4.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was the best of the versions of Deadlands that I could find. That's the closest to the Adventure
I think it's
Edition.
good otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've never played that, Stephen. His question, ever play Western City RPG?
And that was 12 for skills.
Yeah. Yeah, the maximum on for skills, for buying skills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see, skills. Buying skills, next you have 12 points to buy skills. Most standard skills in Savage Worlds rulebook are available in Deadlands, the Weird West. Raising a skill die costs 1 point. You started everything at D4. Plus 2 points per die to raise a skill above its linked attribute. Skills can't be raised above D12. You may spend 1 hindrance point to gain an additional skill point.
There. Okay, so we're up the skills, and
so if you're wanting to be efficient with points, you're going to want to set your attributes where for the skills you're going to want to be raising the most.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I'm kind of doing a little.
Yeah. You see, knowledge skills, electronics and hacking are not available in Deadlands. But we add 1 smart-based skill, trade. All right. So trade is smarts. Language skills are there. Drive statistics, so your pace is equal to 6. Your parry is equal to 2 plus half your fighting die, rounded down. If you haven't taken a fighting skill, it's a 2. Toughness is equal to 2 plus half your vigor die roll down.
It just brings something else.
They always round down, huh? That's pretty.
What? Break it there. And
So I guess I have to take arcane background then for.
Yeah. There's, if you want to be a shaman, yeah.
Gotcha.
hopefully we'll have a face, because my character's definitely not going to be that.
It's going to be what?
It's not going to be a face.
Yeah, that might fall upon Adam. Because I'm definitely, I took Outsider since,
Outsider, yeah, fair. I was like, I made my character mean as a rattler and ugly as sin.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I think I got all minor.
I'm looking, Mirador, I'm looking to have 4, and we might be full. We might have all 4. I'm waiting to hear from Doc.
Otherwise, you should join.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, otherwise, if Doc isn't in, then you can join. But, I want to reach out to Doc and see if he's definitely in. But yeah, just 4. I think going any higher than that, I'm getting kind of, you know, getting kind of tapped out in trying to prepare for, seven, 6, 7 player characters. Um, I need much simpler systems to do that kind of numbers. This year being a new system and everything, I want to keep it around 4. All right, you have a good one, Coco. Keep your torches burning.
See you later, Coco.
Shadow Dark game, fancy. A lot of those coming and going.
Yeah, that's primarily what I'm running at conventions. Shadow Dark.
How many attribute points do we have again?
5 after.
5.
5.
Yeah.
But you can, the points you're getting from your hindrances, you can.
Yeah, you can
trade
trade.
them
You can trade
for
in 2
attribute.
hindrances for 1 attribute increase.
Gotcha.
And I usually do that because, well, I don't know. Maybe it's different in the new edition. It used to be you can only increase your attributes once per level, like novice, seasoned, veteran. So I would try and do all attributes at the start since they're limited later on.
So is it better than?
Sometimes there's an edge you really want to have.
Okay. Thinking about this because maybe I don't want any more edges.
Well, you get a free edge for being a human, even though the game only has humans. You still get the human bonus of getting a free edge.
Okay.
So the only edges like I normally would, I've played a ton of Savage Worlds. Normally, the only edges I would consider starting with are ones like background edges, where it says like, you'll need a good excuse, or you'll have to come up with a reason why you have this later and not at the beginning with your character.
Right.
Those are the ones I usually consider at the start. Otherwise, I would take the 2 attribute increases and the free edge as a human.
Okay. Maybe I don't need those then, and I need to just think about what I really want for my main edge, and then use the rest for skills.
Because it's going to be harder to increase your skills if your attribute, because it's expensive to increase a skill beyond what the linked attribute is. So you want to have the attribute up there a bit.
Yeah.
At least for the stuff you care about the most. I would also say vigor. In terms of an attribute just being important for its own sake, I would say vigor is probably one of the most important, because that's where your toughness comes from. So I would say I would try and avoid having it at a D4 or something if you can help.
Oh yeah. You shouldn't have any major attribute remaining at the D4. That's a dump stat, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So with hindrance, is it like 1 per hindrance? Or
no, it's
no
a minor hindrance is worth.
Yeah, major are 2, minor are 1.
Okay, that's kind of what I meant. I meant for it to be like 1 per minor and like 2 for major.
Yeah, and then it's 2 points of those hindrances for each attribute increase or edge.
Okay. So 2 for major attribute or edge.
Is arcane spellcasting pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put 1 in each.
Yeah, so I guess it's a little bit different. Like if you look at Shaman, it's not, it's not the same with Shaman. So let me get to Shaman and
Yeah, because it looks like this is just Savage Worlds Deluxe that I'm looking at as far as like the edges, because they have like wizard, arcane background, all that stuff. So it's like,
Yeah, no.
I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
similar but not
let me
named the
find
same.
shaman, because if you're going with shaman, so yeah, shaman. The edge is arcane background.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's a requirement, right? Then they need requirements: novice, spirit D8, and faith a D4 plus. But faith, you're going to start with
Oh my God.
D4 anyway.
Oh, I might need to fix
But your
that.
spirit has to be a D8.
Okay.
Arcane skill is faith, which is spirit. Then your powers, arcane protection, banish, beast friend, blind.
Round two,
You know, this is like gives you all your various powers. Miracles, shamans may take edges that require arcane background miracles. Backlash, critical. All right, let's see. Old ways shaman represents here are based on the Sioux Plains. Yeah, so that's basically it. It gives you a whole list of available powers that fall within your abilities and your starting powers. You have 2 starting powers, and power points. You have 15 power points. And like you said, well, you know, you're going to experience, you know, for the first time as well, you know, probably, you know, what advancement looks like.
Right.
I'm thinking about taking belongings then.
What are you taking?
As an edge, belongings.
Oh,
Gives me 500 in cash, some shares in a profitable railroad, a fast horse, and a fancy pistol with 12 silver bullets.
oh, that's cool.
And that's only at one dot or whatever.
I'm gonna double check that. I think that those might be options rather than getting all those things.
Oh, options, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not
those
sure.
are true. Yeah, you don't get all of those. Those are your options. You get to, you know.
Okay. I was confused because that seems a lot for one thing.
Well, no, it's available powers. What do you mean? I'm sorry. You're looking at something different. What are you looking at?
Edge. It's an edge. It's called belongings.
Belongings.
Yeah, and it just gives you sample belongings per level. And it seems like really weird if it's written out to meant to be like this because it's like 500 in cash, some shares in a profitable railroad, fast horse, and a fancy pistol plus 12 bullets. And then it goes down to like number 2,000 in cash, a boat.
Those are examples. So it's like if you have one, then you have a fast horse. Yeah, because I remember I had a fast horse when we were playing Deadlands.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense because if not, this was like
that's if you buy
extremely
multiple
broken.
points.
What book is that in?
The Player's Guide. The one that Bloodsworth put in.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I was wondering if that's an old one.
Social edges. Where's it under? Weird edges? Or legendary?
I'm not sure. 5 edges. It's on
What page?
62.
62.
I think. Yeah.
All right. Let me see.
Are you sure you're not looking at the old book?
I might. I don't know.
Yeah, you're looking at the old book, I think.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I don't know where to get the new one then.
Harrowed edges. Wait, what? No, maybe you're right. Let's see. Death wounds. Harrowed. What's your class?
I'm going with the gunslinger.
Gunslinger. Huckster. All right, let's find gunslinger. Maybe you're right. Well, I don't see how it's going to be on page 62, gunslinger.
Well, that was where the edge was. I don't know where the class is.
Harrowed. Let me find. How come I'm not finding Gunslinger? It's like they're not in order. Oh, they're not in alphabetical order.
Yeah, they weren't. That's one thing I remember.
Hmm.
That just takes me to a character sheet. So where did I get this?
Why
now?
wouldn't they put that in? Why wouldn't they put them in order? Alphabetical order.
I might be getting in this.
I did not find Gunslinger at all. Let's.
Huh. I can't find where you put the resources that we're using. I can only see where Bear sent a bunch of resources.
Yeah, Bear stuff's all the old Deadlands.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I sent a
What's the
chat.
specific name of that edge you're talking about? Or
Belongings. I think he's looking at the
Belongings?
old book.
Yeah, I think
The-
I was looking at the old book. I think. I'm trying to figure this out.
Look in the private chat. I sent you a link.
Okay. Thanks. I am. Private chat. I'm guessing. Yeah, you meant.
If you want to use it.
Yeah, it's not in a new one here.
Okay.
Maybe they took it out because it is too powerful.
Yeah, maybe.
I always thought I always loved that idea of making a character who just has a train. I don't know how you would use that in a role playing game, but it was just hilarious. I thought, well, I got a train. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got one.
Oh, if I was playing the mad scientist, I know what I'd do with it.
Put spider legs on
If
it.
my enemy is standing on the railroad, I know what I'm going to do with it.
No, I'm turning it into a time machine. Because I'll have to go back to the future. Okay. Just find a good place to download this, and it should be done. Thanks. I guess I couldn't. That'll probably help a lot. Now I have a proper book.
That's the thing. That's why I got it there, because I wanted to be 100% sure what book we were using before I bought anything.
Yeah.
It's really confusing, the editions and stuff. I mean, I'm glad it's this way, but it makes it harder to figure out, because like Savage Worlds doesn't change a lot between their editions. Like this newer one is not that different from what I'm used to
I need
playing.
to actually
Right.
put down the one if it's a minor or major, I think.
Which is good. An edition should be an edition, not a revision.
Let me see. I'll redo my hindrances now because of that. Oh, there's only a few, it seems. Or is this just new hindrances? Wouldn't that be all of them then? I'm not sure how this works.
There's not as many in that Deadlands book, but there's setting specific. There's more in the main Savage Worlds book.
Yeah.
Oh, for the edges and hindrances?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I got the hindrances all set. I'm just trying to look at edges here to fill
I
that
might
out.
have to redo my hindrances. I'm not sure.
I just went with alertness and 2 attribute increases. Because my guy's like a wilderness type, so I wanted
I'm going to go with
be
2
good at
attribute increases
finding
too. I'm going to make myself really good at certain things. Yeah, I'm just going to redo this and just try to figure this out.
We played this so much that I ended up doing math on the dice, and I can tell you that if the biggest difference in the game is going from a D6 and something to a D8 and something. That's the biggest increase, like in terms of impact on your success.
Well, I'm going to take Trouble Magnet Major, because why not?
Because a base D4 is actually not terrible in this game because of the exploding dice.
Yeah.
You actually explode on a D4 more often than any other die, so it's not terrible.
And you know what? Grim Servant of Death.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't planning on it, but it'll be kind of fun.
Isn't that one where like we die?
That's why it's so fun for him.
Yeah. Edges.
That's why I took in Fallout New Vegas. I took the was it the Wild?
Wild West. I think it was called Wild West, wasn't it? Or
No,
Wild
it's
Wasteland.
Wild something.
Wild Wasteland.
Wild Wasteland. Yeah. I was like, you don't quite know what it's going to happen when it triggers.
Yeah.
Well, the one I always took in Fallout, it was the older Fallouts. I don't remember what it was called. Something like Bloodbath. But you did a little extra damage, and your enemies would always die in the most.
Yeah, because I've been sharing my my kind of playthrough on it. I know one of the people warned me not to do Bloodbath for YouTube because it'll get you'll get demonetized.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
It's a little bit too violent for it, so I was like, I had a hard enough time until I figured out, you could turn off the radio too. So, because I was getting demonetized because the radio. I was like, really? It's like you don't want your game showcased, on YouTube channels and stuff like that, because you're so anal about your background music playing through, on people's live places. Like people's live places selling your game.
Okay. Here's something. What's athletics under? Strength or agility?
It's under agility, which irritates me, but that's the rule.
I mean, it works for me. That's one of my major ones, and I'm gonna put.
I don't know how role players at some point in the past decided that swimmers and rock climbers are not strong. I assure you, they are strong. They just don't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm more amazed by guys that are gymnasts, because you see them do something like an iron cross, and that is not easy. That's just all abdominal strength. So like anybody can just do the hinge pump and get big biceps and whatnot, but to do that kind of stuff, it's so many sets of muscles, it's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, and those guys are ripped too.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12. I think I got everything.
I think they just watched too many Conan movies and decided they don't know the difference between being strong and being a body.
Well, yeah, that's the history of role playing. That's why I have so many issues with D&D, where it's like I'm wearing full plate mail, I'm harder to hit. It's like
speaking of the Conan movies, I was watching this this not a documentary, but just like a video where they were breaking down the differences, and they wanted Conan to be beefier in the second one, right? So they were like, he had to he couldn't be as muscular and lean as he was in the first one, which he wasn't like lean at all. What I'm saying? Like he was more cut up, but they wanted him bigger in the second one. So he was like, oh, I had to, put on extra weight and do this and that. And it was like, he had to have a higher body fat for the second one because they thought bigger looked better.
He is huge in the second one.
Yeah.
That scene when the statue's turning into the monster and he runs in with the sword and the axe. I always thought he looked like massive, just massive in that scene. Yeah, but you ever watch boxing, you'll never, ever, ever see a boxer that looks like Conan.
No. Yeah.
Usually I see boxers that look like Butterbean either. Right? It was like, usually they don't look like that either.
No, not well. Butterbean only would go 4 rounds was his thing. So
yeah, but he only needed 3 to knock you out. Usually that was the thing.
Well, the guys he was fighting certainly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely had power.
Oh yeah.
Seems like that's almost something you're born with.
His best knockout was when he knocked out the guy in Jackass. Jackass, the second movie, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I forget the guy's name. It wasn't Steve. It was the other guy, the main guy from
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. Yeah. He punched him, and Knoxville hit the floor snoring. He knocked him out sleeping. It was like he went flat out to sleep snoring. I was like, holy shit.
People looked at him and thought, well, he's a novelty boxer. How tough could he be? But the thing is, a novelty boxer is still gonna beat your brains.
Oh yeah, no, I was watching a whole bunch of like his most famous fights or his famous knockouts or whatever. I mean, they're punching him and he's like smiling at him. I was like, dude, you're not gonna hurt this guy. And he fought like well into his 40s, right? Like he was pretty old and still fighting. And yeah, he was no joke.
That's what happened to Jake Paul. He thought, I'm sure all these guys he fights try to go easy on him, but a guy like Anthony Joshua, he can knock you out even if he's trying to go easy on you.
Oh, Tyson definitely went easy on him.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, Tyson wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts because that was Tyson's punch. That was Tyson's punch. Was an uppercut. He used to drop those uppercuts from his ankle. He'd start from his ankle and go all the way up, and it was like it would launch him into this. Launch him over the ropes.
They'd always give Tyson. Make his opponents were always these tall guys with long necks, but they weren't actually good at keeping range with him. He'd just uppercut them all into oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really disappointing fight because you could see it was like Tyson isn't even trying to beat him.
No, and there's no point in watching Tyson if he's not going to beat Tyson.
Yeah.
Well, you could tell right away he trained himself to chew on his glove so that he wasn't throwing hooks or anything. He was just, he was just pretty much running down the clock. And that's why Anthony Joshua, too, he waited until was it round 5 or 6 before he did anything? And that was so when Dummy got his jaw broken, you could say, well, at least I went 5 rounds with him. And it's like, dude, that guy would have killed you within 30 seconds. But he paid his money for it. So
yeah. Well, yeah, that was like Tyson when he got paid $20 million.
Yeah.
$20 million to lose a fight.
The best part of that,
didn't get hurt. He wasn't hurt. He was not going to get hurt in that fight.
The best part of that fight was actually the animation Flash Gets did for it.
Yeah, really, it was just that one what was it? They had like a welterweight bout before that. That was okay. But then it was like those two women. It was like an Irish lady just headbutting her opponent until she lost. And I was like, wow, this is what we're watching. Terrible.
No, Mirador, this is the Thursday night. Easy. This is the Thursday night game. The Saturday night game is OSC.
Now, how do we parse out our gear? That's the thing I'm trying to figure out now.
Your gear?
You get $250 to spend on gear.
Okay, $250. That'll work.
Yeah. No rocket packs or auto gyros for you yet.
Yet.
Yeah, let's see where they have gear.
I'm going to get
So
laser
nice.
pistols and a jetpack.
What was that? Cowboys versus Aliens or whatever that came out?
Actually, I was still thinking of Jonah Hex, just, their bad idea of making him futuristic.
Right.
Getting around De Niro. Let's see. Gear on the cheap. So gear and goods. So that is that's here. Common gear. You start with where do they say you start with? El Cheapo horses. Food and drink, general equipment, fundaments, gun accessories. Yeah, so you pretty much just, if you have 200, you'll be fine. Or 250, you said? A horse costs 150.
Damn. Probably won't be starting off with the horse.
A horse star costs 150, a saddle costs 25, so that's 175 for a horse.
Yeah.
Well, they say horses on the cheap. Let's read that and see. Probably mean you have to steal one, right?
I'll steal one like that guy from El Paso.
Skinflint characters who cheap out on horse flesh are in for a whole different brand of trouble. El Cheapo horses, in addition to their normal statistics, have two minor hindrances or a major hindrance of the marshal's choice. That's right, partner. You can wind up with an elderly hag, a stubborn mare, or a mean stallion full of piss and vinegar. Also, you can get horses for cheaper just by having them with hindrances. That might be cool too. that could be a fun thing to play around with.
So I'm guessing these available powers for the shaman, these are just generalized in the Savage Worlds rules, like arcane protection, banish, beast friends, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want a horse could be as little as $75, but it's going to have hindrances. Same thing with gear.
Okay, here.
Yeah, so like I was saying, Mirador, if you're still on, Saturday night is going to be the OSC games. Now that game, I have more room though. I have, I could go up to 7 players in that one.
Well, there you go. You can get growth, but not shrink. So you could be like, what's his name? Apache Chief from the Super Friends.
2 gun belts and holsters, actually. Or 1 gun belt and 2 holsters.
I was thinking if you go with weapons on the cheap. What was the movie where the guy? Oh, it was The Quick and the Dead. Remember the gun he sold it for? It was like $5 gun. You had to put the tumbler into the gun, and hold it in place while he was trying to shoot it.
I'll keep 2 cylinders too.
Alrighty, Adam, you're the Savage Worlds guy. What do you think for powers here? Banish sounds pretty good, especially since there's a lot of supernatural stuff.
I will take a look. There may be different in the new edition.
Gotcha.
Are your options limited as a shaman? I can find it.
Yeah, it's on page 71 of the Deadlands book.
All right.
It's a pretty wide list here. Let's see. 1, 2.
That is quite a list.
I was going to say, it's not terribly limited. It's like 40 different things. So. Yeah, I mean, the shaman has teleport. You're like, oh, all right, that's pretty good.
Well, I can tell you which ones I remember us using
Mhm.
a fair bit, but they may have been reworked.
Gotcha.
That's ammunition. Well,
And some of those powers, I saw some powers cost obviously more than others. Well, let's see, who did we just drop in? Oh, Adam.
I mean, I think it would be fantastic if you had healing.
So, like regular mundane healing's harder to do then?
We always felt. I think we always felt like regular healing in Savage Worlds was a very dicey proposal, as I recall, and maybe it's not still the rule. You're like penalized by the level of wound. Maybe even like if you're not wounded, it never seemed to work well.
Gotcha.
It also takes time if it's mundane healing. Like I think there's a limit to how much you can do, and I don't think you can do it in the middle of a fight.
All right. Tim dropped out. Let's put him back in. There you go,
Oh.
Tim. Yeah, sorry.
It's not your fault.
All right, so let's see. Healing. I'm going to look up healing for you.
Okay, is there anything else I need to have here? Actually.
Healing, Harrowed, who get their daily requirement of meat may. All right, that's for Harrowed.
Okay, actually, do I want to go with the Colt Frontier?
A lot of people get healing. And there's a lot of versions of healing.
Yeah.
The Colt Peacemaker should be fine.
Yeah, it's just a question of the second one. I don't think I'm going to be going with anything too crazy. Like Banish, I figure for evil spirits, there's always Dispel.
And ammunition. I might need to buy some ammo. Should be...
Is Banish in the main book?
I'm going to assume so.
So it says healing on page 61.
$3 per, I guess? I'm not sure.
Is healing might be in the original, like in the core rule book.
Yeah.
All they do is they just seem to reference it here in Deadlands. Like I don't see anything specific to healing in Deadlands. Like it says this is how healing works. It says who has it and what enhances it.
No, I don't think there's a lot in the Deadlands book in terms of like core rules.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
most of that's in the main book.
Yeah, so healing.
I gotta figure out how much I've already spent.
So the healing skill is used to remove wounds. Each attempt requires 10 minutes per wound. Level of the patient. Subtract 1 from healing rolls without a basic first aid kit or similar supplies.
I think fear could be a good one.
A successive
Let me look at
success
Banish.
removes 1 wound, and a raise removes 2. Failure means no wounds are removed. Critical failures increases the victim's wound level by 1.
I mean, as written, Banish seems like it would be extremely effective in Deadlands.
Yeah.
Banish. I would think a lot of entities in Deadlands are not native to our dimension. I don't know. Depends on how the DM sees it, probably.
So Banish in the core rules is a 3-point power, smarts, instant, holy items, arcane symbols. Banish sends entities from immaterial planes back to their native dimensions. This includes ghosts, demons, elementals, and similar beings. Banish a being as opposed roll the caster's arcane versus the target spirit.
Oh, I'm not too bad off right now. I just need to figure out how much ammo costs because it's kind of confusing to me. It says here for small pistol ammo or large pistol ammo here. That's probably that's more mine. 3 to 50. And I do not know what that exactly means.
Where are you seeing that?
Let's see, page 28. It's under the ammunition, and it says pistol large 3-50. And then it says weight 5-50.
It's probably $3 for 50 rounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not looking at it myself, but that's what it seems like. Let me find page 28.
It is. I just looked at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's $2 for 20 arrows. It's $2 for 50 pistol. Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Well, that's pretty cheap then.
Yeah, it really is. I'm thinking of ammo today. Why I'd love to spend $2 for ammo today.
The 50 rounds, only $3. I'd be like, hey.
Jeez. I think the cheapest I've ever gotten it for is like maybe $20 for 50 rounds.
20,
no, maybe 12. Yeah, for 22 long rifle. Yeah, maybe $12 for box of 50 or maybe 100.
I remember it being what, 7 cents a round, something like that.
Yeah, it's not. It's been a long time since I've bought ammo.
Worst ammo that I got right now, ammo type that I can get right now is probably the 8mm Mauser for like $1.50.
Yeah,
no, it's like $2, isn't it? $2 a round.
I'm trying to think.
$1.50 for the 5.7 actually.
Yeah, 9mm got really expensive here in New York when they were trying to
Oof.
hoard it and not let people buy ammunition for their guns.
Yeah, gotta love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When they do that, or they try to limit you on home defense rounds, you're like, why are we doing this exactly? You know, hey, we just want you to be unsafe. The one that was really crazy, I think it was in New York, they wanted to ban body armor. It's like it's a purely defensive thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
because back when there were like bank robbers and everything, ever since that thing in Los Angeles, you remember that shootout in Los Angeles? That's
Yeah.
why they did that. Hey,
Yeah, because they saw the movie Heat and they were like, hey, let's just do this. There's two guys fully armed up in body armor.
Hey,
Thanks,
Doc.
Doc.
Oh, hey, guys, I am so sorry. I got the date
No.
utterly screwed up.
No, I for some reason, like when I first created it, it said for tomorrow, but it was meant for today.
Okay.
The funny thing is,
Yeah.
I thought it was the 6th. So
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know why it did that. Like, because it's so weird. That's the one thing with Restream is that you have to create the stream, then you have to change the date that it's going to run on.
Yeah, I have had a lot of problems with the restreams recently. Also, like some people's restreams like boot you like constantly, and other people's don't. I don't get that at all. I guess unless maybe about their.
I usually don't have that, but we've been bouncing around a lot. Tonight.
Yeah,
so it's been bouncing around quite a bit.
A lot.
That happens to be like constantly on James's stream.
Yeah, I know. Well, Bloodsworth, I almost had enough for a horse still.
Well, you can get a cheap horse. You can go on the cheap and get one for $75.
I could, but I don't think I will. Like, I actually have enough for the horse itself. It's just I wouldn't have the saddle.
You can go bareback.
Now what system are we using?
Wait. Actually,
Deadlands, the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition.
Let me see if I have that.
It was like, was it 175 for the horse and saddle?
It was 175 for the horse and saddle.
Oh my god, I have enough.
You still don't have enough?
No, I have enough. I have just enough. I'd have like a couple of dollars left.
Worlds.
Yeah, so it'll cost you 70. Oh, it's 150, so it'll cost you 75 for the horse and 25 for the saddle. So $100.
With that, I could actually spend the full amount and get a good horse.
Yeah, you can get a horse without any personality.
Okay, I thought I had Savage Worlds. It looks like I
What
don't.
fun is that?
Could have sworn I had that in my.
If you.
Oh, it was Sword World I had. That's what it was.
Oh.
178.
Sword World, is that the new one?
It's it's a Japanese one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to come out. I want to take a look at that.
Yeah, this is an unauthorized translation.
Yeah, I have that one too. Yeah,
soon.
I have the unauthorized, the English translation one as well. Let's see. So in Discord.
Okay.
Let's see if what I linked into Discord for you. So if we go to where is Deadlands? How come I'm not seeing Deadlands? It's under.
Which is
it's
your
under. Say again.
What's your Discord called again?
Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. Yeah. Why you're not in there?
I think.
You're not. Right?
Oh, am I not? I thought I was. Hang on. Oh yeah, here we are. Here we are.
Here. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. No, Doc, you're definitely here.
Yeah.
So if you go to resources, what did I link? I linked. I think I linked both. Let's see what I linked.
Is this in the Deadlands?
Oh no, I linked it. Yeah, it's under Deadlands resources. I got to link something else there for you. I put
Deadlands
this
resources.
one. I didn't link either of them. Hold on. Let me under resources. So I put the campaign. I put what's this Google Drive here? I think I just put the character sheets, but that's the old ones. I think maybe it's not. No, that's not the old one.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm
So I will link. Let me go to
Butters, get off the table, or I'm going to murder you. Yes, you're very cute.
Oops, no, not what I meant to do.
Okay, that's the roll 20. That's a character sheet. Okay. Okay, I'm seriously going to murder you, Butters. Get down. Get down.
All right, so let's see. I don't need two of these things. That's what's screwing me up. I got it in two different places. So
And just cleaning this up here, these things start at D4, right? Not D4 minus 2.
they
well,
all start at D4. Yes.
It's D4 minus 2 if you're unskilled. That's why it says. That's why it has it like that.
Okay, so if
Gotcha.
you're skilled, you won't have the -2.
Right. If you have it in a D4, the benefit is that you don't have the penalty.
All right.
Okay.
So the first point just brings it to a D4, and then that's it? When you're
Yeah.
buying up your skills? Okay.
Mhm.
No, you start with D4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then when I put a point into it, it becomes D6.
Yes.
Okay.
You have 5 points to spend. So you start with a D4 and everything.
No,
and
for,
then any
for
points you
skills.
spend, yes.
I will double check, but I don't think that's
Okay.
how skills work.
Okay.
I'm not sure either, but every skill I have except for athletics has like -2 by it.
Yeah, because you're unskilled until you put a point into it.
Gotcha.
Is that?
I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to double check.
Yeah, because it didn't read that way to me.
So I think I might
So
have to
Doc
take it
in
down.
Discord,
Uh-huh.
under Deadlands resources, I just put two links, one for each.
Oh,
of the
okay. So
PDFs.
I'm downloading the first one right now.
Yeah,
Savage Worlds. Okay.
yeah. So I put the Savage Worlds core and then the Deadlands expansion.
Okay.
So what were we reading again? We were reading hindrances, right? Oh no, we were looking at
Skills.
Skills.
Yeah, skills.
And that was in the core that I was reading the skills. So let's get to skills.
Why
Well,
is-
Doc's
oh,
here.
good.
Maybe he should talk about his character. He didn't get to do that yet.
Oh, I see. what you- now
Only the core skills
downloading
started at
crap.
D4. You have to
Okay,
buy the
That's
rest.
why it's going so slow.
Oh,
Stop, Steam.
wait, are we talking about attributes or skills?
No, we're talking
Skills.
about skills.
Oh, okay. So I was right about attributes, though, right? They
Yeah,
all
attributes
start
are
at 4.
D4 by default. Yeah.
Yes. All right. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about
So-
skills.
No, he was asking why all the skills on his sheet are -2. That's because he doesn't actually have the skill until he spends a
Yeah.
point to get it at D4.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, you have to
Okay.
spend one to get it at D4. Then you have to put more in to get it higher dice, huh?
Correct.
I'm going to be down a little bit then because of that. I messed up on that.
Yeah, that's for
There's
sure.
that. There's that. Yeah, does it need to be open right now? Might as well write this down.
I know I'm ahead, but if anybody gets to putting their weapons on their sheet, if they can figure out how to make the attack rolls work,
I'll be right back. Doc,
I'll
you
figure
can
that one out,
start
I guess.
like contemplating your character, and I'll be right back.
Oh,
If you look at the chat in Roll20, you'll see all of my attempts to get the attack rolls to work.
Okay, so what's our basic setup? What year and what area are we?
I believe he said we're starting in the Wyoming territory for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
And I
They
believe
should
it's the
keep shit.
1880s.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I could just keep that D4 and without that, put that into another skill, so we have better.
Okay, I have no idea how this system works, so I'm kind of lost here.
All right, just a moment. Have you decided what you think you want to be yet?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I've got I had a old character that I only got to use once in a completely different game, but I think I'll revive his contest. Uriah Percival Hayes the Third.
Wow.
Gambler
What's he do? What does he do?
and sometimes sheriff when he's not robbing
Ah.
people.
Nice.
I like both supply and demand side on the crime thing, depending on what suits my mood.
I'm playing Jonah Hex, basically. Might think of a better name, but right now I just put Jonah Hex because that's all I can think
I
of.
even have a cool ass picture for this guy.
You see his picture. I put my Restream picture as it.
Where are these guys? No, that's not what I'm looking for. What was that? Was that Final Age? Or Thick? No. It was an old Final Age, so it might even be under.
Oh, there's a place to put your weapons. So
Okay, the first thing you'll want to do is spend your 5 attribute points to raise your attributes over a D4. Pick which ones you want to raise first, although sometimes you don't always know which ones until you get farther in. I'm sure a gambler would probably want some agility at least. A gambler and sheriff, or gambler and lawman.
Looking at.
what would a bounty hunter want?
I mean, if you're going to be
Gunslinging
shooting
bounty
guns, you're going to want
agility.
If you want to be good at shooting guns, I'd probably aim to get a D8 agility to start.
I got a D10.
Well, there you go.
Okay, where are these things on the character sheet? I'm very confused by this bizarre looking thing. See, I'm seeing cognition, definite. Are these the
You're
traits?
You're looking at an old Deadlands character.
Okay.
Yeah, hop into the Roll20, and then it should have everything set up.
Okay.
Yeah. The Roll20 has the newer ones. Let me make sure.
God, Butters. Sorry.
There's a character there for you as well already that you can snatch.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me get back to this.
Yeah, it says Doc. So it's
did I just? Oh, of course, I just closed that because I'm a moron. Hang on one sec. Okay, back to the board. Where did you go on screen?
Yeah, I didn't give you a Suede character sheet for Deadlands. Why don't I have that? Let's see if I think Suede just uses a standard character sheet regardless whether it's Deadlands or not, right?
Okay, and Roll20. Okay, here we are. Okay, now where do I find it? I got Roll20 open.
All right. So there's a character sheet that says Doc in Roll20.
Oh wait, I just click on my profile thing. Do I hit launch game?
No, yeah, launch game, launch in.
Okay. I've
Yeah.
only
It's showing you.
vague
For a
experience
second,
with
I thought you
Roll20.
were in. Yeah, so launch game.
Yeah,
Once you
I
come
was
in,
just the title page.
yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay. Hello. Yes, Roll20. Stop trying to sell me stuff.
Matter of
What did
fact,
I just
while
tell you,
we're
Roll20?
there,
Okay.
so-
Okay, so now where is this?
Go to
looking at the
journal.
map.
It's the third one in.
Hang on. Journal. Okay.
Yep.
Doc.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now,
Oh, excuse me.
yeah, when you click on that, you will be able to. You can expand it, make it larger by hitting like right next to Doc on the top left hand corner. If you hit that, it will make it where you can expand that larger and scroll the whole character sheet a little bit easier.
Pretty sure. Let me see.
Oh, what? No, what did you? What are you doing, machine? Okay, one. Oh, it's trying. It tests me. Okay. Oh, Doc. Okay. And again, it's trying to sell me crap. Okay. Stop it, Roll20. Okay, here we are. Okay, and pool. Okay. Okay, so now I can increase these dice by 5 points. 5 dice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna want agility.
More if no more than 12, like no more than a D12 at the start, and you start with 4 hindrances, but you can spend 2 hindrances to raise a tribute by 1 die.
Okay. I can't seem to figure out how to change the damage on the Cult Peacemaker.
Oh, you put a +1 for agility, but you didn't increase the die.
Oh, I thought that's what did it. Okay.
Yeah, no, you click on the die itself and then you can raise the die up.
Oh, okay. So let me reset those to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Huh.
What'd you say, Timmy?
I'm trying to figure out how to change the weapons attack on the
Yeah,
Cult
your
Peacemaker.
guess is as good as mine. I've been trying to figure that out for the last 20 minutes or so.
Like all it says is for damage, it's strength or nothing.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me. I don't
That's
know how that works.
Yep.
do
It
these-
also doesn't work when I try to roll it.
Is this a level game? Does this like go up?
Basically, you get advances.
Yeah. Yeah, your advances in your skills, they'll go up their die amount as well.
Okay. Okay. So I got my dice set,
5, 6, 7, 8.
and that was 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I've spent
Spend
those.
5 that way.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring that down to a D8 and bring this up to a D6.
I got all my gear and $3 to my name.
Gotta get to bounty hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, the character sheet has just done something very weird where I now cannot scroll on it anymore, and I'm missing the top half.
Which one are you, Jonah?
Uriah.
Oh, you're Uriah.
I don't get what's going on here. Let me just
I
full
can scroll
screen.
it. I can scroll it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm on the page, but it's like, and I can select stuff that I can see, but I'm like writing is at the top of the.
I just hit refresh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the Roll20, hit the refresh on there and see if that unlocks it.
Okay. Oh, Roll20. I hate you. Stop. Okay. Journal. There we are. Okay, here we are.
You know?
Yeah.
And just put in parentheses doc, if you don't mind.
Okay.
That way we have
Okay, so what do I do for skills?
skills. You have 12 skill points to spend.
Okay, and that's dice increases? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we've figured out what it is all of them are listed at D4 -2 because that shows you it as untrained. So the first point's not going to bump it to a D6. It's just going to make it a D4 +0. So it's going to get rid of the untrained negative.
Okay,
Then
so
you
that's
can-
1 point does that, and then you can go. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so gotta
And the
have
second point would bring it to a 6.
Okay.
And so on.
Okay, and I get 12. Okay, let me keep track here.
Yes.
Okay, gotta be able to ride if I'm gonna be a cowboy. Okay, that's 1. Let's see. Gambling. Gotta take that. That's 2. Don't do lots of gambling. Some notice.
What are you playing? Basically,
His idea. He is basically a wandering gambler and sometimes criminal, but he also likes to rent himself out as a lawman when he first rolls into town until people figure out that he's not the most honest lawman. Then he moves on. he's a scoundrel, basically.
Scoundrel.
Who works as a sheriff periodically. Gonna have to shoot somebody. Sure. Gonna do more of the survival action. That's 5. And taunt. I gotta be able to taunt people. Okay, so that's 6. So okay. Oh, gambling. Okay, 4. So that's 2 more. Shooting. And that's 2 more. Well, I want to be able to persuade. That's 1 more, and then 1 more to go. Oh, and I took notice. You need a little intimidation, I think. Okay, so I'm set on skills.
How much cash do we start with again?
$250.
$250. Okay, dokie.
$250. Okay.
And like the rules say, you can get stuff on the cheap for half price, but it's going to have hindrances.
Oh, now what was this about hindrances for the character?
You start with 4 points of hindrances. Major hindrances are 2 points. Minors are 1 point. You can also exchange 2 hindrances to up an attribute by 1 point, but you're still capped at a maximum of a D12.
Wait,
for
are hindrances bad?
They're
Yes.
either,
Oh yes.
but
So-
some are kind of more flavor, and others actually have a game mechanic impact.
Excuse me. I have to murder a feline. You little
That's a hindrance.
little shit. Why are you messing with me? Why are you trying to provoke me today? Okay. Okay. And where are hindrances? And why would I, if they're bad, why would I not exchange them for trait? I'm confused.
Just if you wanted to, I mean, there's some benefits to having them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're the only ways that you can get like extra attribute or skill
Attributes.
points at character creation.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. Where
You can either
where
spend them
are
on
these in
attributes,
the
skills, or
are these in the West Weird West book?
You can
or-
get them from either. So you can get them you can get them specific to your character kind of class. Same thing with some of your skills or your other traits. They can be specific to your class, or you can get them from the generic, from the core rule book. Yeah, they're bad, but some are more role play bad. Yeah, I like that. Role play badding, or mechanically bad.
Okay, so 4.
They do add, flavor to the character. And
Okay,
so
I'm
it
going
can be
to
kind of
take
fun to play around with.
heavy sleeper. So that's 1. It's a minor. Okay.
other than the weapons not making any sense,
Say again?
not being able to figure out how to put the damage in for the weapon is the only thing I can't do.
Let me take a look and see what I can figure out there. So under weapon damage. It's like, so I see like strength and then it gives you a plus.
Yeah, but it won't let me change that because it wouldn't be under strength for using Occult Peacemaker. It does have a damage type, which is 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, just under strength, there's a blank, and just put the blank in there.
Yeah, that doesn't really help because it doesn't let you actually add it. It doesn't seem to allow me to roll it anyway.
Choose skill, fighting, throwing, shooting. Maybe the shooting will change the attribute. Fighting, shooting, arcane. Maybe that changes the attribute.
Maybe. Nope.
Okay, and if I'm going to turn in 2, what do I get for that? If I cash in 2?
2 will raise it and attribute by 1 die
Okay.
higher. I think if you put in like your weapon, right? So you have a weapon, let's say pistol. Then you put in shooting, and then what's your pistol do? How much damage?
It does 2d6. It's a cult
It does
peacemaker.
2d6. So
It's the only thing that
I
makes any
see.
sense.
Well, I see. There's damage, and then there's bonuses. Then I see a D4.
Yep.
And you can go to D6. Do 2d6. Bonus digits. Let's say D6 plus 2. No.
Okay, got my hindrances locked in. What was the other thing I was confused about?
Yeah, I don't see how you do 2d6.
Yeah, the sheet doesn't seem to want to do that.
Okay, what are edges?
They're perks to your character that you can pick instead of taking attributes. And you'll start with 1 anyway for just being a human.
Okay, so I get one of these. Okay.
I'd say get 1 edge for being a human, and then put the other 2 into attributes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
gonna
get
do.
1 plus. You get like plus, like 2 attributes for just having 4 hindrances, or 2 major hindrances.
Oh wait, you get attributes for taking hindrances?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
2 per, or like 2 points per attribute. So if you get like 2 major hindrance, that's 2 attributes.
okay. I took 2 minor hindrances, or does that not do anything?
That gets you 1 point. That will allow you to get you 1 attribute increase.
Okay, so I get 1 more attribute on that. Okay, so take that.
I took 2 majors because why not? It'd be fun.
Okay, so and the edges, I get 1 of those for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would suggest something that you will only be able to get for being in character creation. Like I kind of decided something weird called Knack, Born on
Yeah, for
Christmas.
some reason, yeah, the I can't get this thing to work either unless I need strength. Let's see. Let's increase my strength. I'm testing out the damage, trying to get damage to work.
Yeah, I don't get it. If it doesn't work, oh well, we'll just have to roll it, using
Yeah.
regular
Yeah,
dice.
we might have to
I
use
guess.
physical dice for this.
I wouldn't say physical. You could still just use the dice roller in the side.
Yeah, on the
Oh,
other
there you go.
side,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, we might have to do that if it's not working. I wonder why it's
I
not.
might just keep it like that, but that's just because
Yeah.
I can keep track of my ammo easier.
Yeah, unfortunately, this character sheet was left.
Oh, now we lost Bloodsworth again.
Oh, did somebody get bumped?
Yes, you did.
You did, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I see the one I'm taking. Okay.
right.
Okay.
We're playing musical positions here.
Yeah.
Okay, got my edge. equipment I'm going to want to look at.
Oh, that could be a good one.
Gear. Ooh, gotta have a duster. Boots and duster. Fancy suit. Want a canteen.
I want to try out some of these skills now.
They're not rolling.
Yeah, it's not rolling. Just says cannot read properties, undefined reading catch.
Yeah, I got to figure out what's going on with it.
Something's
Adam Zero seems to be able to roll a lot.
All the
Yeah.
skills work except for fighting and shooting in my testing.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Cold
So-
Navy.
So I think the fighting and shooting are meant to work on the weapon area, but they don't work on the weapon area.
So could you put them someplace else then? Let's see.
You know, you could probably. Let me see. Let me try something.
Will this work then? Since this was one that I actually made myself.
Yeah, you can just make a fighting that'll work.
How?
Just to add a new one.
Just did it. Let me see.
Add them in powers or?
I won't
Oh,
work.
maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, the athletics I made doesn't work.
No, none of the ones I made work. I'm wrong.
Vigor works though.
Let's see, under power.
It'd be nice if it worked, but you could always roll a different skill that had the same die. Although you might not eventually have anything that's as good as your shooting or something. But I guess you could roll an attribute for it.
You could just roll the 2 dice that you need, like, you know, just go
That
into
too.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
dice roller. Roll, like, my shooting would be, what was it? Shooting of a D8 plus agility. Right there, I rolled a 9 for
Dynamite.
shooting.
It would be so fun to play a character who does nothing but carries nothing but dynamite as weapons.
I've actually seen that. Somebody made like a prospector. Somebody actually made like a prospector and told him Jake.
Bandolier of dynamite.
Yeah, Here's the thing, Dr. Flamingo. He actually carried like a bunch of dynamite, called himself Prospector Jenkins, Grim Servant of Death. What? Prospector Jenkins. It's even worse if you play a person who uses dynamite and is also the Grim Servant of Death.
Ooh, can I be here of Josh
Just-
Acid? Just carry vials of acid. Gee, Shira, that's kind
Only
of
if-
gross.
Only if you take Grim Servant of Death. Rolled that one, accidentally hit somebody, one of your teammates with the acid.
I swore to my mama I would never carry a gun.
Let me see. I'm in the main area. I'm checking to see if there's a way to character sheet Savage Worlds Deluxe with optional handling of the README. Consult README.
Okay, where are? Oh, weird. Horse. Ooh. And how much do we have? 250.
Yeah,
250,
250.
yes.
I had enough just for the gear and a horse.
Okay.
With $3 a spare.
75.
I was somehow able to fit in 2 6-shooters, a couple of speed loaders for those 6-shooters, ammo for my guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to forego the horse to start with. I'll steal one.
I thought I'd have to forego the horse. I somehow fit that in my budget, but I am dirt poor now. I guess I still do actually have enough for ammo if I need.
Okay, so $154,
Why is this in French?
which I'll need for gambling money.
Yeah, that is one thing. I mean, some of the stuff I think is in French too.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking in the README, and the README is in French. Character sheet template is the deluxe, but the deluxe is the one. Wait, why?
What if I do this?
I want. Let me try to take a look at something. If I change the character sheet, it should maintain all of your attribute that you already put in and skills. Like I might try this tabbed layout and see if that fixes the issue.
We can always try. If not, I do not know. We'll just probably have to roll it through the dice roller.
Yeah, let me not do it on this one. I'm going to do it on a different game. Like I used to have a test page with the character sheet. So let me do that. Let me go to a different game system than I'm not running anymore.
That actually makes me think: does there actually have the crimes page on this one?
Oh wait, I think I know where he is.
I know what I'm going to do. All right, let's see. Let me try tabbed layout and see what that looks like. Oh crap, this might be better. Let me save.
No.
Cal has a lot of options. Hold on. All right, let me see if this one is better.
Yeah, Monkey's got a good point. You don't start with a horse, they're going to hang you for stealing one. You better learn to ride it real quick.
Oh, hey, for one hindrance, you could gain an additional $500 if you're really, really strapped for cash at the beginning.
Right.
Let's see. Okay. All right, this other sheet looks like it's working.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Right. So I used the tabbed sheet. So let me come over there and let's see if this works.
Yeah, let's see.
So I hope this doesn't
Break everything or
break
delete it?
everything, but let's see. So let's try. This is Savage World's tabbed layout.
Yep. The horse thieving is hanging. Rusling's hanging.
Now, the only other thing this might cause is that this is not specifically it's not specifically for Deadlands. So
Oh, it's just a Savage Worlds one?
yeah, it's just a Savage Worlds. Let's see if there's this. Yeah, there isn't like a separate. There's a deluxe edition. There's yeah, that was the only one that gave the option of selecting Deadlands. Let's see what the graph paper one looks like.
Oh, okay.
Let me switch games again and go back to the other game where I messed with it. And let's see if. Let's go here. Let's go here. So tabbed. Because that one is the Deadlands Anniversary Improved. Oh no, that's the old one. No, I think we're better off with just the one you have.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
fine
just
with
roll
that.
things then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all smart enough.
Yeah. What you could do is in those weapons tabs where they have the like the text for them, you could still put the details of it just in case you want to double check and say, hey,
Yep.
what does my weapon actually do? And you could have it in there at least.
Yeah, I have everything except for damage dice, which I can remember. It's 2d6.
Yeah.
Everything
Cool.
else, range-wise, ammunition, everything else is just perfectly in there.
Let's see if I can find anything. Roll 20 Deadlands. Character sheets.
Yay. I have enough ammunition to re-roll, or to fill out my pistols four times. Well, a pistol for 4 times, I think. So it's 2 each.
We're gonna need to get you some cash quick.
Yeah.
12, 24.
Well, technically, I could buy another 50, but then I'd have $0.
So,
And
Adam, your character's like a tracker.
Yeah, I'm like a mountain man. I'm like a trapper from
Trapper, gotcha. Okay.
the north. I was a trapper in Canada, but the fur trade is drying up, so I'm coming down here to seek my fortune.
There we go.
I am French Canadian. We will see how silly my accent gets as the game.
Okie dokie.
I might
But
just
I'm
try to.
basically. I use a rifle though. I'm not. I'm fine in a fight, but I'm more. My best skill is survival skills in the event that we need them.
I might just try to rip off Clint Eastwood. If I can. I'm probably not going to do a very good job.
Ooh, yes.
I still need to finish buying my gear too. It was held up by trying to figure out that stuff, and then I was working on him in Hero Forge.
Oh, you're making a Hero Forge mini for him?
Yeah.
Ah.
And then I was on the fence about whether I wanted that mini to have a horse or not.
Well,
And
if
I
I
thought-
was.
And I
Sorry,
thought,
go
what
on.
the heck? We're playing a Western game. This is the time to make a Hero Forge mini with a horse. I think I can buy a horse. I'll have to check.
I did. I was able to. I don't know how, but I was actually able to.
Yeah. Horses are 150 plus you need 25 for a saddle.
I can do that.
And
Unless
you can get a
wanna-
horse for half that amount, but it will take
An
will
exciting
have
horse.
some hindrances, yes.
Oh, you get a half price horse?
You can get a half price
Yeah.
horse, but it's going to come with
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
At Cletus's half price horses.
3 points of hindrance. So like one major, one minor.
There it is. There it is.
It's kind of like nipping at you. It's gonna walk with a weird limp.
A traitorous horse. Nothing worse.
Nah, I'm just gonna gamble for somebody's horse. Want a proper horse.
I got a proper horse. I got to start off with it. I had just enough to fit that in my budget. Well, this group is going to be a very interesting one, it seems.
Yeah, I like it. We had our joke about this game. We played a lot of this game, but it was one of in the original Deadlands, and I guess they have it all in this one book now. Is like as more expansions came out, it got so, it started out as like Western and horror, but then it expanded and they started adding more and more stuff to the point where you could start a game of Deadlands and you'd be lucky if anybody was playing a gunslinger. You could have a martial artist and a robot and all kinds of crazy things.
Mad
so this is
scientists running around with freeze
like-
guns.
So this
It's
is
like,
like a Briscoe County Wild West.
Well, it's like I don't feel like I'm playing the same game anymore. It's like when you start a D&D campaign and everybody's like an elephant or something strange.
Oh, it could be weirder. I mean, in one of my fantasy games, we went to we were actually able to get like TVs from the real world.
I love weird characters, but if everybody's weird, nobody's weird.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. Like it's cool if one of us is a martial artist and the rest of us are Western type characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes I've been in a lot of groups where I make a character and I'm just like, all right, I will be the grounding wire. I will be the normal guy. You guys can be the weird stuff.
You know what would have been really weird, but technically possible back in the Old West?
What's that?
Abraham Lincoln could technically have sent a telegram to Japan to ask for the help from Japan, and Japan could have possibly sent samurai. You could have had samurai in the Civil War.
This edition of Deadlands has retconned the old setting, so I don't mind giving this spoiler from the old setting. Abraham Lincoln in the old setting was a herod who came back after his death and was like a secret agent for the government.
They seem to like doing that with Abraham Lincoln. Like he either dies and comes back, or he becomes like a vampire slayer or something.
Yeah. They just couldn't help themselves.
Not just this game, though. I mean, in like a lot of fiction.
Right.
I also thought about like being a religious character, but I don't know if that would work. With
I played
Paul's
one
character.
of the first session I ever played also was at a con, and I was a preacher, and I thought it was fun. I really thought the blessed types were pretty fun.
Yeah, Blessed seems like a fun idea.
The one we saw the most was I had a friend who played a huckster for a really long time, and that guy really came in handy because he had this soul blast that was the go-to when bullets weren't working on something. We didn't see a lot of the shamans, so I'm interested to see how the shaman plays.
Yeah, Paul's going to be interesting. Paul's character's going to be interesting for being a shaman.
We had a shaman for one session, and he took a shotgun point blank to the face, and then we didn't have a shaman anymore.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's the thing. It's you only start with 2 powers, so you're really not like cranking
Right.
stuff out.
Right. Well, and the shaman sort of, I think, probably deliberately has more subtle range of powers. He's not blasting bolts of energy at anybody. He's more like a cleric, sort of.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
In the old game, you had to do rituals to get your power points, and they could be very wild rituals.
That's what I was looking at when I was looking at the Ghost Walker book. It was like, or the Ghost Dancers book. I was like, okay, this is cool. You get to pick like a spirit animal, and it had different. You had to follow like different tenets in order to remain in good standing with it and whatnot.
It's okay if I get a backup sheet just in case. If I die, I want to have a backup just in case.
Oh yeah, I'll set those up for you guys.
My backup might be a preacher or something like that. Some blessed.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll create those. Let me do that before I log off. I have to log off very soon.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I will create backups for 4 backups.
And then the next game is going to be 2 weeks.
For this, yeah, the 19th, I believe, is going to be the first.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
But we can meet. We can certainly meet beforehand. To yeah, we can certainly meet beforehand again.
Sure.
Do a little bit more of this.
And will the Roll20 thing auto save the character sheets?
Should. I don't think we're changing the sheets that we're
No, we're
using.
not going to change
Yeah.
because I don't see that the other ones will do what we need anyway.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, backup characters. So I will slide this down here. And there we go. I'm just creating backups now. And okay.
What happened with your camera there, Doc?
What's up?
Your camera kind of glitched out for a little bit.
Okay. Oh.
I would not use. I would not try and hand build a hero system character ever again.
Okay, so there are now 4 backup characters down in the bottom. Like if you refresh, you'll be able to see them. And they're all open to anyone. So if you grab one, you can just put your name on it. And that way we know it's your backup character.
Sounds good.
In the meantime, what I will do is I will lock down your characters so that no one else can edit them. So this one is already Timothy. All right, good. So did that happen automatic? That's weird. Nope. So now Adam's, yours is now locked down. Nobody else can change it. Doc. Yours is now done. And last is Paul. All right, guys. All right, I got to run.
Sure.
So you all have a good one. We will touch bases sometime. Anytime. I'll run to you and see you in Discord, or if you want to jump on during the weekend, just let me know.
Okay, and first session will be the 12th or
Definitely
the
check that
19th?
out.
19th.
Say again?
The 19th is the first session, proper session.
Yeah, the 19th will be the first session. Correct.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Have a good night.
I'll
All
see
right.
you.
You all have a good night, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.
All right.
See ya.
Take care.